Dear students, myself Dr. Dipankar Sarkar. I am a first year coordinator and an assistant professor under Civil Engineering Department. Actually, this particular post is created for the first year students to look after them during their study for the first year. Means during your first year study, actually you will be facing lots of problems. So someone should be there to coordinate you. So being first year coordinator, actually there are some these are some of the responsibilities I'll be doing like this to look after your routine. Routine already in the very beginning I used to prepare the routine and circulate through this our institute website. So routine preparation, then to look after your classes so that it is happening properly or not, and to look after your curriculum like the syllabus preparation and all. Time to time the syllabus used to be changed. So that's why my main focus is on these three in these academic parameters. Apart from this, during your first year period of time, whenever you write any application to the authority for the different purposes, this application should move through the first year coordinator. So every time you have to come to me only. But until and unless student face any problem, they do not approach to any authority starting from first year coordinator. The main problem they start facing when the exam starts, because I personally feel in the very beginning the students are not so much aware about the classes, then attendance and all, and whenever they try to attend this means classes, sometimes they miss the classes also. And there are few percentage of students who do not take much interest on classes due to their own personal problem. And what happened, sometimes they have very less attendance. So our institute have some guidelines, a strict guideline we used to follow, like 75% attendance minimum should be there to appear the exam. Now a student, if he or she do not follow this, then what happened, during exam they face some problem and they are not allowed to sit in exam. Though at the very beginning of our curriculum, whenever the classes starts, we used to hand over them a prospectus of our institute where all the rules and regulation are clearly mentioned, starting from this exam, how it happens, then what are the percentage of classes they need to attend, and then how the grading system and all, everything is mentioned in our prospectus. But for last couple of years I find in it happens in most of the colleges, the student they keep this particular prospectus in their almirah until and unless they face the problem, they do not open it. So that is the problem. So once their problem starts, then they start approaching other these officials along with the first year coordinator. So what are the common problems student used to face? I think I should give some glimpses on it, like this examination. So there are some provision of the supplementary examination. Students obtaining this F grade in any theory subject in any semester may clear it by appearing at the supplementary examination. So we have this option, means once you have this F grade we used to give in theory subject only. So that can be cleared. It's not a big issue. If somebody for some reason they are getting F grade, then there is a provision to clear it. Students failing in practical subjects will be awarded F grade. Such students will be required to register for those subjects in the next appropriate semester. Then similarly, in case of this failure in extra academic activities, the students will have to register for it in the appropriate semester of the next academic session. For example, if somebody is in first sem and the result will be published, and accordingly during third sem he can appear on those subjects and clear these F grades. A student who obtains CGPA less than 6.5, they are also permitted by the Dean Academic Affairs on the recommendation of the Associate Dean to appear in the examination for improvement. So how many subjects they can appear mainly? They can appear mainly means they have to choose only 3 subjects they can appear where they can improve their marks. Now this student at least they need to get P grade. A student obtaining F or FA grade in any subject of the current academic session will not be allowed to appear at the examination in any subject for improvement. A student will be allowed to appear at parallel and supplementary exam also in maximum up to 5 subjects. A student having FA grade in any subject will be allowed to appear at the examination after attending a required number of classes to be arranged by the concerned faculty with the approval of the head of the department. Generally what happen for those classes, actually most of the time we prefer the summer period. In summer period there is no class other activities are also less for the student, so they can appear some extra classes. Our faculties used to arrange some extra classes so that they can appear at least 40-hour class. They can attend the class and they can appear in the exam. Students having this FA grade, FA mainly for this attendance, if they have less than 75% attendance, so they will be awarded FA grade and they cannot appear in the main exam. So after getting this FA grade, there is option to clear it also. So what happened actually, if your percentage of attendance is less than 75%, then you will be awarded FA grade. The schedule of classes will be announced by the concerned faculty of the particular subject. However, BTech final year students admitted on this institute after 2011, so there is a provision, such candidates will be required to pay rupees 5,000 per subject. So accordingly they have to pay it, and F grade in subject will also be allowed to appear at the supplementary examination. So whenever you are in final year, if any subject you missed it, you are getting F or FA, then no need to wait for another semester. Within a very short period of time, you will be allowed to sit in the exam. But whenever you are in first year, then definitely you have to wait for your term whenever it will come. Say if it is parallel exam, so parallel exam means first it will be happening with the third, second it will be happening with the fourth. So this way it will continue. The schedule of supplementary examination during summer vacation will be announced by the associate dean. So most of the time it happens in summer only. So that will also be as per the normal schedule. There will be a separate schedule for those subjects also. And regarding these grades, actually this grade obtained in supplementary, these are the grade excellent A, B, C, D, P up to fail also. And if you are appearing on the supplementary or parallel exam, the awarded grade you see, if you are getting excellent, then you will be awarded one less, that is A. So if you are getting A, then you will be awarded B. So like this way. So there will be one less, and if you are getting P, then it will remain P, it's not fail. So this way the awards will be there. And in supplementary examination for the student shall be conducted for 80 marks on realization of a fee of rupees 500 per subject. The duration of the examination will be 3 hours. So that depends. Sometimes like on this pandemic we have changed the numbering system. We make this internal subject as internal as 30 marks. So time to time it change also during the, based on the situation. And there is a provision for improvement also. The student who need to improve their marks, say the total mark, if your mark is not 6.5 or it's less than 6.5, so institute have some provision to improve it also. So how you'll be getting this chance actually? A student who obtain a CGPA less than 6.5 may be permitted by the Dean Academic Affairs on the recommendation of the Associate Dean to appear at the examination for improvement in 3 subjects. So the conditions are, if you are getting a P grade or a student obtaining F or FA grade in any subject of the current academic session will be allowed to appear at the examination in any subject for improvement. A student must pass all first year courses before registering for the third year courses. So this is very, very important. What happens sometimes, with some of the back papers somebody can move forward. Like if you have 1 or 2 back paper in first year, then you can go to, or you can promote it to second year. But if you have a single back paper in first year, you cannot move to third year. So in between, whenever you are in second year, you have to clear all the back subjects which remains in first year. A student is required to leave the institute on the following ground. If at the end of any 2 semester a student has scored F and FA grade in 4 or more theory and practical subjects, she will not be permitted to register for the next semester subjects and will have to register for those subjects in which she scored F and FA grade in the previous 2 semester. So this is very, very important. So maximum with 3 subjects somebody can move forward, or you cannot register in the next semester with more than 3 subjects. If a student is absent for more than 6 weeks in a semester without any sanction leave from the authority, then your roll number will be stuck to this particular position. So a student may also be required to leave the institute on disciplinary ground on the recommendation of the student disciplinary committee. Like there are different incidents sometimes happen. So based on these things, sometimes disciplinary committee also rule out the student from the institute. These are the normal grading system in our institute. You'll be much aware about it. Like in this 90 and above, excellent grade, and in points we counted 10. Then 80 to 89, this is A grade. 70 to 79, B grade. 60 to 69, C grade. 50 to 59, D grade. 40 to 49, P, and below 40, it's failed. This is for all theory subjects. Similarly, for the practicals also the numbering systems are there. 90 and above is excellent, then 80 to 89 A, 70 to 79 B, 60 to 69 C, 50 to 59 D, and below 50 it's called F. F means fail. And in addition, there shall be two transitional grade also. This is I grade and X grade for the students against whom disciplinary actions remains pending. Say some cheating action is there or something happens in the institute, so somebody may got this I and X also. A student is considered to have completed a subject successfully and earn the credits if he secures a letter grade I or X or F in that subject. A letter grade F in any subject implies a failure in that subject. A student will be considered as failed in a subject if he or she is not allowed to sit for the examination due to shortage of attendance, like less than 75% attendance is there. To differentiate this with normal failure, it will be shown as FA, failure due to shortage of attendance, in the grade card. And there are some transitional grade, as I mentioned, this I and X. The teacher of the subject may award the grade I to a student if the latter was compelled to absent himself from the end semester examination on account of these few cases like illness, accident, a calamity in the family. So these are the reasons for which somebody may be absent and it's incomplete I. A student will be eligible for the award of degree I only if his her attendance at the classes and performance in other components of assessment are complete and satisfactory, but due to some reason he or she is not able to appear the exam. That's all. The teacher of a subject may award the grade X to a student if the overall performance of the student in the course is good but is likely to get F grade based on his her semester examination only. Overall performance was better but only semester was not good. That's why somebody can mention X. So in that case what happened, this will remain for certain period of time, maximum for 2 days, and within these 2 days if somehow it gets settled and if he or she can score pass mark or institute allowed them, then it is fine. Otherwise it will be converted to F grade only. This is the calculation of SGPA, semester grade performance. So this is the equation, and accordingly we used to calculate the SGPA for every semester, and cumulatively we used to give you the CGPA from first to last. All the semesters will be counting, and accordingly the in final semester will be awarded the CGPA, and in each and every semester you will be getting SGPA, and this is the equation. From this you will be getting this SGPA for each and every semester, where this N is the number of course registered during the semester, CI is the number of credits allowed to a particular course, and GI is the grade point corresponding to that particular award of the course. So in our prospectus subject wise the grades are there, then GI values are there, and then you even can calculate what is the CGPA or SGPA of your course. So in changes in grades also there, if a student feels that the grade awarded to his her in a course is not correct, he or she may request the teacher of the course to show him her the end semester answer script. This provision is also there. So if you feel whatever number is there in your card it is not correct, or somehow you feel your number should be increased or some changes should be there, you can request the teacher to show you your answer script. Then if a student is not satisfied with the result in any subject in any examination, even after seeing the answer script from the faculty, may apply for review of marks, but in that case you have to pay an amount of 500 per subject. So that liberty is there with the student. Either directly you can request the teacher if he or she will show you the answer script. After that, if you feel that should be further re-evaluated, then again you can apply for reviewing your answer script by a payment of 500, but you have to apply within the 30 days from the date of starting of the next semester. So that way you have to apply. Students who have missed an end semester examination on valid reason and awarded I grade are eligible for make-up examination. That provision is also there. They should make an application to the associate dean. Of course, that should be through first year coordinator, and through the instructor HOD within 7 days from the date of examination. This is very, very important. So once you apply for make-up examination, you have to apply within the 7 days. Most of the students missed this particular point. So try to remember it if you want to apply it. So this 7 days period is very, very important. No make-up examination will be scheduled for the mid-semester examination and quizzes. It is entirely up to the teacher to ascertain the proficiency of the student by whatever means. There are different way to re-evaluate it. Say if you miss the midterm examination, so somehow teacher has the liberty to check you. Either an separate exam will be there, or quiz will be there, assignment will be there. But for the end semester, there is a provision for make-up also. Official permission to make-up examination will be given under exceptional circumstances such as admission to a hospital due to illness, and there are so many medical ground. A candidate who passes the examination of all semester in the first appearance and in addition secures a CGPA of 8.5 and above will be declared to have placed in first class with distinction. Now, a student in order to be eligible for gold medal must complete BTech program within 8 semester and not having any back paper in any semester of the entire course. Say after the end of 8 semester somebody's score is much higher, but he or she has some back paper in any of the semester, then he will not be awarded the gold medal. So that is very, very important. In each and every semester you have to clear each and every subject, and in a single attempt you have to clear it. Okay, so these are some of the glimpses of the problems student used to face during their course of study, and then they used to approach the first year coordinator. So I believe all the students will go through the rules and regulations. Preferably you have to go through the prospectus provided by the institute. This time it's not possible to hand over the prospectus to you, as physically you are not present here. So whenever you will be coming to institute, we will hand over you the prospectus. The rules and regulation you just go through, and that will be very clear to each and everyone what rules and regulation we are following, and there will be no doubt. Until and unless you go through all the rules and regulation, you will face lots of problem. Though we are here to help you, and every time whenever you face any problem during your classes, during your any schedule, anything regarding the classes, you have to contact the first year coordinator. Thank you all.